Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, The Indian Mom's Kitchen. Today's recipe is an onion samosa with homemade samosa patties. You can have any filling of your choice, but onion samosa is super yum. So today I thought I might as well make onion samosas. This samosa wrappers can be made and stored for up to 3 months in your freezer. You can thaw it as and when you want and how many you want and use it with any filling of your choice. You can also make spring rolls with this wrappers. So let's begin today's recipe. For the wrapper, I have taken 2 cups of maida or APF, 1 cup of wheat flour, salt to taste. I'm going to knead this using lukewarm water. The dough should be not soft like how we make for rotis, but slightly more tougher, semi-soft you could say. Now, why did I add wheat flour to this? Because normally this is made only with maida or APF. The maida, when you start rolling out into thin sheets, it tends to revert back to its original shape. It is just of stretchy material, so it comes back to its original shape, making it a very tough task to roll it out into thin sheets. The wheat flour makes it easier to roll out thinly. So that's why I've added wheat flour to this dough. Here it is, the dough is nice and semi-soft, is ready. I'm going to keep it aside to rest for half an hour. After half an hour, you can see that the dough is nicely come together. I put it onto the work surface and I'm going to knead it for a minute again. Now let's divide the dough. Make it into small size balls. Make sure that the balls are of all even sizes. I'm going to make these rotis in sets of 3. So I've taken 3 dough balls. I'm going to individually roll them out into small circles. Make sure that all 3 of them are rolled out approximately into the same sizes. Now that all the 3 rotis have been rolled out, I'm going to apply oil on one roti. I make sure that the edges are oiled well. Then only it will be easier to peel out once it's cooked. Sprinkling maida over it liberally. Keeping the second roti over it. And repeating the process. Oiling it well. Sprinkling with maida and keeping the third roti over it. Now that all the 3 rotis have come together, I'm going to roll this out as thin as possible, but very lightly. I'm not going to press it hard. As thin and as big as I can roll it out, I'm going to roll it out. And as you can see, because of the wheat flour, it is not coming back into its original shape. It is staying in the size it is being rolled out into. In the meanwhile, keep a tawa to heat on very low flame while you're rolling this out. Here it is ready. I'm going to put it onto the tawa. If you don't have a big tawa, you can use an upturned kadai too. I'm going to cook this on for 30 seconds on either side. It shouldn't be cooked and stiff throughout, just so that it is no longer raw. Flip it over once more. The wrappers are ready. I'm going to keep this to cool in cotton cloth. Let's remove the sheets one by one while it's still hot. So here is the first sheet. Let me remove the other one too. Here it is, thin samosa wrapper sheets. Because we had oiled the rotis well, it came out quite easily. Now for the filling. I've taken 3 onions which I have chopped finely. To this I'm adding 2 green chilies, a handful of coriander leaves, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, half a teaspoon of chaat masala, half a teaspoon of jeera or cumin powder, salt to taste. Now I'm going to mix everything together and I'm going to keep this aside for 10 minutes. The reason being, I want the onions to go slightly soft. The salt is going to make it do it. It's going to release the water from the onions and going to make it soft. See, after 10 minutes you can see the moisture that has come out from the onions. Don't drain it off. Now I'm going to add to this thin poha 1 cup. What this poha is going to do is, poha is going to absorb all the extra moisture and going to make this filling absolutely perfect. At this point you can also check on the salt. If it needs more, you can add more at this point. Your filling is ready. Now for the paste to stick your samosa patties. I've taken 1/4 cup of maida or APF, to which I'm going to add water little by little and making it into a thick paste. The paste is ready. Now, how to shape your samosa wrappers. Normally, what you get in the market is samosa patties or strips. Now, approximately 9 inches in length and 3 inches in width. But what happens in that when you cut it, that is, there's a lot of wastage to your wrapper. So today I'm going to show you how I do it without any wastage to your entire wrapper. What you need to do is fold your roti in half and cut it. Fold it again into a quarter shape and cut it. These are your wrappers, and from each roti you get 4 samosa wrappers. This can also be used for spring rolls. Let me cut 2 more rotis. With this amount of dough, I can normally make more than 70 samosa wrappers. Now how to stuff your samosas. The rounded part I folded into half, and on this portion I'm going to apply the maida paste. Fold the other part over it and stick it tightly. Here is your pocket in which you can put your filling. Put in your filling. And the flap that is there above it, You again add maida paste to it. Be liberal with the maida paste and fold it over, shaping it into a samosa. Let's do this with the remaining samosa patties. I'm going to make as many samosas as I possibly can with the filling that I've made today. The remaining wrappers, I'm going to store it. I'm going to freeze it for later use. I'll show you in a minute how I'm going to do that. And you can use any filling of your choice. Here I've used onions. You can use even non-veg keema samosas you can make, or you can make it with potatoes. Any filling of your choice. Or you can even make chocolate samosas. You can add a mixture of chocolate and nuts and then seal it and then fry it. Now to store it, I have taken cling wrap or plastic wrap, and I'm going to take the amount of wrappers which I'm not going to use now. These are approximately 50 of them. I'm going to keep it in the cling wrap and wrap it securely from all sides. It should be absolutely airtight. Once you have secured this properly, you can put it into your freezer and freeze it for up to 3 months. As and when you need it, remove it, thaw it and use it. Now I'm deep frying my samosa on medium flame. It should be fried, flipping continuously till it's nice and golden brown. Here you go, nice and golden brown and crisp too. Let me break open one and let you hear the crunch of my crispy and yummy samosa. There it is. Superbly crunchy and very yummy onion samosas are ready.